Scholastic Audio presents Dragon Girls Book 4, May, the Ruby Treasure Dragon, by Maddy Mara. Read by Emily Iden. Everything around her had changed. Have I changed too? May wondered. She felt different somehow. Looking down, May gasped. Her black jeans and chunky boots were gone. Her legs had changed shape and were now covered in the brightest ruby-red scales. And instead of feet, she had powerful red paws. Now May was dying of curiosity. She had to see what the rest of her body looked like. She glanced around. She didn't really expect to find a mirror in the middle of this forest. But then again, anything was possible in this strange place. Nearby, a shimmering lake surrounded by reeds glinted in the sunshine. May bounded over to it and peered into the smooth surface of the water. Looking back at her was a ruby face with big dark eyes, an elegant snout, and twitching, pointed red ears. "I'm a dragon?" May whispered to herself, laughing. May loved acting and had played many different characters in school productions, but she had never been anything as cool as a dragon. "And this time I'm not even acting," she reminded herself. "I really am a dragon." Then another thought struck May. If she had a dragony face and dragony legs, she probably had a dragony tail. She turned to check. It was cool to have such a long neck. Sure enough, she had a long red tail with silver and gold embedded in its length and an arrow tip. That was when May spotted something even more exciting. Sprouting from her back was a pair of beautiful wings. Each wing was decorated with swirling patterns and drops of silver and gold. She gave them a flap and rose off the ground. May couldn't help but let out a cheer, and a red flame erupted from her mouth. The flame licked an apple hanging from a nearby branch. To May's surprise, the apple didn't burn. Instead, it transformed from a small, unripe fruit to one that was huge and juicy-looking. "Did I do that?" May wondered aloud, hovering in the air. "You certainly did," said a voice. "Dragon girls have special powers, after all." May looked around, trying to figure out who had spoken. What was a dragon girl? Climbing out of the reeds was a tiny pink creature with rounded ears, dark eyes, and a pom-pom tail. It was like the fluffiest mouse May had ever seen. "I'm Squeaklet," the creature announced, bowing deeply. "Wow, you can talk!" May exclaimed. "I'm May. I've always wanted to meet a talking animal." "What a coincidence! I've always wanted to meet a treasure dragon girl," replied Squeaklet. "I'm a treasure dragon girl?" May repeated, her mind whirling. "Yes, the treasure dragons protect this forest's most precious things," explained Squeaklet. May had so many questions, but Squeaklet spoke before she could ask them. "Are you going to do some more flying?" "I don't really know how to," May admitted. "It's not hard," said Squeaklet. "Just imagine you were using your wings to wave to a friend." "Easy for you to say," May laughed. "You don't have wings." But May found that the tip actually worked. When she thought about waving her wings, they fluttered to life. May rose off the ground again, and this time she went higher. "That's it," said Squeaklet, clapping his fluffy paws. "Now do it faster and with more power." May gave it a shot, but one of May's wings flapped quicker than the other, and May veered to one side. Then she flapped her wings from front to back instead of up and down. She started to wonder if she would ever get it right. But Squeaklet didn't doubt her. "You've almost got it," he called cheerfully as May toppled over onto the ground. May groaned dramatically. Maybe I'll just walk.